Hi everyone. We have a new filming pattern. Here it is. I tried filming this yesterday, but didn't work out. And today we're gonna talk about, what are we gonna talk about? So I've been trying to figure out what topics I can talk to you about that you might be interested in or that might be helpful. I know some of you follow me on Instagram. Thank you for following me. If you don't, you should. I'm getting some messages about PR advice, like when you're going into an internship. So I wanted to be more detailed about the advice I give and talk to you a little bit more about that. If you have any questions about PR or advice or video requests, leave them in the comments down below, because it really helps me build up my engagement in my channel, and then it helps other people see my channel, and in the long run it helps me make more videos. So if you can support me in that way, that would be really amazing and I would really appreciate it. Anyway, advice for you when you're starting a PR internship. Number one, I'm trying to think of advice to give you that's not like ask people if they need help, make yourself available, do the best you can, because that's really obvious. But I think that if you are just starting a PR internship, you're most likely Gen Z, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know where you are in life, but if you are starting and you are young, I think that the best thing you can bring to a company is knowledge on what's new and trending and what's happening right now. For example, I've been on TikTok a lot and I think it's super fun. I love the app. A lot of people don't know about it. They don't know how to use it. They don't know how to integrate, branding or marketing or PR. So if you can read up on that and make sure that you know and have some knowledge on how to do that. Like, TikTok is an amazing platform, but it takes a different approach to branding, PR, marketing, whatever it is. I think if you can already have in your mind how a brand can cater to this app or can cater to any new app that you see that people are joining and that people are enjoying and they're engaging in, I think if you can become more knowledgeable in that area and bring that into your internship and be sort of the expert on that, or know as much as you can about that topic, that would be hugely beneficial for your company, and that's going to add so much value to them. Because I think companies and brands are just starting to pay attention to TikTok, so there's a huge opportunity there for you to learn about that, learn how to do it, just as well as like learning other skills that you can do on your own, like creating a newsletter, which I'm going to show you later in this video, using Canva to make flyers, invitations, designs, and learning how to do those things before you go into your internship so that you can really add value to the company or to the agency that you're interning for. I think that would be like my greatest piece of advice. It's like I've seen the term Gen Z intern in some companies, which means that's just a person that's bringing them information about their generation, about what their generation likes and what their generation is doing, and how do you cater to them, how do you reach that audience. I think that's really important. Number two, if you know that you're going into an agency or an internship that's going to be reaching a certain industry, such as beauty, hospitality, travel, read up on that industry, read up on those trends, try to sign up for the most important newsletters, know what's happening in the travel industry, know what's happening in the beauty industry, know what your competition is doing, so that when you have meetings or when you're asked to be given your input, you can back up your advice or your suggestions with the data that you've already read about. So you're not just saying what you think, but you're saying, this is what I think based on what's happening, based on these current trends. A lot of times I'll use Google Alerts to look up trends, but if you have an industry that you're going into and you want maybe to know more of the best newsletters that you should sign up for, let me know in the comments below and I'll leave a link, and I'll try to look for the best ones that you should sign up for, just so you can be like an industry expert. And last tip, an internship is an opportunity for you to learn anything and everything. So even if you think that what you're getting assigned is busy work, a lot of times it's not, and it is important for the company, and you want to bring into it as much of yourself as you can. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but if there's something that they're doing that you know that they could do better, or that you think they could do better, if they're still tracking their coverage on Word, and you know that there's Canva, there's critical mentions, there's all of these different softwares that you can use to track coverage, especially if you're getting a lot of it and you don't have the time to do it, then maybe suggest that. Suggest anything that you know that can help their workflow. And be open to doing everything. You're not always going to get the press release and the pitching and all of that stuff for you to learn right away. You have to master what it is that they want you to do at the beginning and do it really well. and just be the person that they go to for everything. Like, be the intern that they go to for everything, because they know you're going to do a good job and that you get it and that you understand what's going on. And I think that's a skill that a lot of entry-level interns overlook, which is just to be open and to be good at any little thing. I think that gets you really far, and those small tasks really teach people how you work. I like this quote that says, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I think that how you do small tasks is how you're going to do with the big stuff. First, start off perfecting the little things in your internship and being willing to help with anything, and then you can move on to the other stuff. I posted something in my community chat box about this video, and I had Jordy B comment. She asked a couple of questions, so I want to answer those questions for you, Jordy. The first one is, what was your first PR internship? My first internship was with a magazine in South Florida. My first PR internship was when I got out of college, because I needed a job, and my friend had a friend who was starting her own PR agency. So I went into the internship and I did a lot of things that I don't think people would normally do in internships, because I was already like writing pitches and stuff like that. But also I came with a really strong writing background, so that helped me pick it up quickly. If you want to learn more about my story, my first PR internship and all of that, you can watch this video up here or in the link down below. How do I get my agency to take me seriously and give me actual work? Writing press releases, media lists, etc., and not busy work. So I think I touched on that in my advice. I think, like I said, you're not always going to get that work when you first start off, or maybe for the entire internship, but something that you can do if you feel like you have been in the internship long enough and you haven't practiced like your writing, or you haven't practiced building media lists, I think you could just talk to your supervisor and say, I would love to practice building a media list, or I would love to practice pitching. Can I create a pitch for one of our clients? It doesn't necessarily have to be for you to send it out, but just so you can see it and edit it. Like, is that something that you would be willing to help me with? Because then they see that you took the initiative to actually create a pitch, that you're actually interested in doing that. And if they see that you do enough of a good job on it, maybe they'll give you an assignment that'll help you with your writing skills. If you've expressed an interest, I think people are normally willing to work with you. I would just say, don't go into the internship thinking that that is what you're gonna get, and go into the internship thinking about all of the ways that you can serve and you can help the company. So I'm on Canva, and the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out how I want the invitation to look. Canva is the best because it's free for the most part, unless you wanted to use their paid features, but you can make anything for free. So like, let's say company end of the year party or something. You can make your own template, or you can use some of the ones that they have, make it like totally yours, change up all the colors in the document, put up the wording here, change these elements. Like, they have tons of different stickers that you can use. They have photos that you can use. They have music. I've never actually used music or video ones, but anyway, you can also upload your own stuff and put it in the background. You can add whatever text that you want, edit whatever kind of text you want, add a new page. It's pretty you can teach it to yourself, but then once you have that done, you can download it here in any form. So like, you can do PDF, you can do JPEG. I would say do the highest quality image, always, especially if you're getting it printed. So once you have that done and you have everything saved, you can go to send out the email blast. So you can use MailChimp, which I find it to be the easiest. On MailChimp, you can also create your own drafts of the email newsletter or the invitation or whatever it is, and it's free for the first 2,000 people, I think. All the basics, yeah, I think it's free, yeah, for the first 2,000 contacts, and then you have to pay for it. Something that is also useful that I forgot what it's called. One sec, let me just click on here. Okay, it's called Yet Another Mail Merge, and this is really simple. You can just use it on Google Excel. Write the person's first name, last name, email address, or import your list onto Google Excel, do the yet another start the mail merge. This one is also free up to a certain number of contacts. I can't remember which one it is, like how many, I can't remember how many contacts, but you know what I mean. And then you can email whatever you have already drafted. So this one, I'm not gonna go through like the how-to of doing this, because there are videos that show you how to do this, but I just wanted to show you that this is another option. And then the last option is Constant Contact, which is a service that a lot of PR agencies use, and you might come across it. But this one is if you have like a lot of contacts and you want to import your list and send everything through here. And it's just a little bit more of a professional looking type of email newsletter or invitation, or you know, whatever you're wanting to send out to your media list for an event. So Constant Contact, if you want to use Google, you can use yet another mail merge, and then MailChimp, which is the one I recommend because it's just the most user-friendly. And it gives you, like, it tells you who is opening your emails and who saw it, and you can customize the name. So yeah, that's about it for the email newsletter. Let me know if you have any more questions about that. So I hope that helped. If you have any more questions, let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you back here next time.